Welcome to BetterBooks with Kathy Houston. This is our accounts receivable training section where we will discuss potential problems with tracking who owes you money. To check your accounts receivable for accuracy, pull an accounts receivable aging report with the same date as your balance sheet. This will show you the customers with outstanding invoices as of the report date. If this report is not correct, it can be for the following reasons. These are the three main reasons that your report may not be correct. 1, the invoice was paid after the report date. 2, the payment was not applied to an invoice. Or 3, the payment was applied to the account, but there was no outstanding invoice. So let's discuss the first one. The customer paid their invoice after your report date. Pull a report with today's date to see if it still reflects an outstanding balance. You received the customer's payment but did not apply their payment to the invoice. To fix this problem, you need to find the deposit where you posted the payment and delete it. If you've already reconciled the original deposit, it will give you a warning error when you try to delete it. Notice that this deposit has been reconciled as indicated with the check mark beside the amount. So we will have to reconcile the replacement deposit when we are done. Then receive the payment and recreate the deposit. Here's some visuals to show you how to receive the payment and create the deposit. After replacing the deposit, go to the bank register and manually override the check mark that reflects when a transaction has been reconciled. This will put your bank back in balance and update the customer's accounts receivable balance. You applied their payment to their account but did not prepare an invoice, creating a negative balance. To fix this problem, create an invoice for the payment received and apply the payment to the invoice. Or you can delete the deposit, delete the received payment, and then create the deposit without receiving payment against the client account. This still allows you to input the customer's name in the deposit field for reference, but will not post the payment to the customer's transaction list and/or accounts receivable report. After replacing the deposit, go to the bank register and manually override the check mark that reflects when a transaction has been reconciled. This will put your bank back in balance and update the customer's accounts receivable balance. Now we're going to talk about undeposited funds. Look at your balance sheet and see if you even have a balance under undeposited funds. If you don't have anything showing for undeposited funds, you can skip past this section. But if you have a balance there, then we need to address that. So undeposited funds is a holding account for payments that you've received but haven't been deposited. So there's only two reasons why you should have a balance for this account. Number one, you've received and posted a payment to a customer, but you haven't posted the deposit as of the date of the report. So, as an example, you received the payment on the 30th of June, but you don't deposit the payment until the July 2nd. So if your balance sheet has a report date of June 30th, it's going to show an open balance. The undeposited funds accounts will hold that balance until the deposit date. So if that's the case, then there's no action needed. The other reason that you would have a balance here is that you are not posting your deposits correctly in your software. So you need to go back, follow your software directions for receiving payments and making a deposit. When you make a deposit, it's going to automatically show you the payments that you've received, and you're just going to click those and pull those into your deposit. So many times that I find that if people have not been using their software correctly, they're going to have a lump sum in this undeposited funds. And it makes it really hard to go back and redo all of those deposits. So if that's the case, then we want to do a general journal entry and make it easier to fix that undeposited funds. So undeposited funds are payments that's already been posted to your customer's account. So we don't want to delete them. What we want to do is we want to do this general journal entry here that's on the screen and offset the undeposited funds to income. And the reason that we post against income is because we've already received the payment. If we receive the payment and make the deposit without grabbing those payments, that's a duplication to your income. Congratulations on finishing the accounts receivable training section. You are doing great. I look forward to seeing you in the next training.